Good morning, friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program that is organized by Shri Gyanmanjri Vidyapith. Friends, in our today's session, we are going to discuss about the numericals of chapter number 6, that is sound. We have already completed the whole of the theory of this particular chapter. In our today's this session, we are going to discuss about the numericals. So, now, let us discuss about the basic formulas of this particular chapter. The formulas that are dealing with this particular chapter is, first of all, about the frequency and the time period. You have studied that frequency is equal to 1 upon time period. Then lambda is equals to V by F, that is wavelength is equal to velocity of wave divided by its frequency. This is very important one. Then in case of echo or in case of sonar, V is equals to 2D by T. Here, for all the sonar based numericals or echo based numericals, what we have to keep in our brain is this, that is V, that is velocity, is equals to 2 into D by T, that is 2 into the displacement divided by the time. Alright, note down this basic formulas. Then we will move further. D is equals to V into T upon 2, which is the outcome from this itself. And most of the time, in order to find the distance, we will use this formula, that is D is equals to V into T divided by 2. So, please note down this, then we will move further. We will do then the first numerical. Now, let's move further. The frequency of a sound wave is 200 hertz. How many times Will it vibrate in 1 minute? Also, find its time period. Here, what is the thing that they have given to us? This is the question. The thing that they have given us is this: frequency is 200 hertz. So we are having F. How many times will it vibrate in 1 minute now? Frequency is 200 hertz. What is frequency? Number of vibrations in 1 second. In 1 second, if it is vibrating 200 times, they have asked in 1 minute. Now 1 minute is having how many seconds? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So, for vibrations in 1 second, it is 200 hertz times. We want 60 seconds. How many number of vibrations it will be? Number of vibrations is equal to 60 into 200. Because 1 minute means how many seconds? 1 minute means 60 seconds. 6 2s are 12. After that, how many zeros? 3 zeros. So the number of vibrations are 12,000. Next, find its time period. What is now time period equal to? We know time period is 1 upon frequency. We have already done this as one of the formula. That time period is 1 upon frequency. So, 1 upon frequency, 1 upon 200, 1 upon 2 is 0.5, so this will be 0.05 seconds. This is the first numerical. Note it down, then we will move further on the next numerical. Be quick. Also note down the question. Then we shall move further. Now let's move further on the next particular numerical. Second one, a wave propagates to produce 10 compression and 10 rarefaction in 0.5 second. The distance between a compression and rarefaction is 25 centimeter. The distance between a successive find the wavelength, frequency and time period. This is what is the question given to us. Now, a wave is propagating to produce 10 compression, 10 rarefaction. So total compressions are 10, rarefactions are 10. But in how much time? 0.5 seconds. If there are 10 compression and 10 rarefaction, that means that there are 10 waves in 0.5 seconds. 10 waves in 0.5 seconds, it means that the vibrations are 10 in 0.5 seconds. Now what is frequency? Number of vibrations in 1 second. That means double the what content it is given. So if in 0.5 seconds, half of the second, if there are 10 compression, 10 rarefaction, then in 1 second there will be 20 compression and 20 rarefaction. I hope you are trying to understand. In 0.5 seconds, there are 10 compression, 10 rarefaction. So in 1 second, there will be double the number of compression and rarefaction. That is, it will be 10 compression and 10 rarefaction. So here it is. Number of compressions and rarefaction in 1 second. That is 10 upon 0.5, which is 10 into 2, which is 20 double. So frequency is 20 hertz. Then next, the distance between a successive compression and rarefaction is 25 centimeter. If this is compression, this is rarefaction, if between them, here it is 25 centimeter, then if you want to find out double of it, because what is wavelength? Wavelength is distance between two consecutive compression or consecutive rarefaction. If half is 25, what will be double? It will be double of 25, which is 50. So Successive compression and rarefaction between them, it is 25 centimeter. So distance between two consecutive compression will be what? Double of it, which is 50 centimeter. That comes to 0.5 meter. Once you have frequency, you have the distance between two consecutive compression, that is wavelength equal to 0.5 meter. You can easily find out the time period. What will be the time period? It is 1 upon frequency, 1 upon 20, which comes to 0.05 seconds. All right. Once again, what is given to us? A wave is propagating and it is having 10 compressions, 10 rarefactions in 0.5 seconds. The distance between the successive compression and rarefaction is 25. They have asked to find out the wavelength, frequency and time period. What is frequency? Number of vibrations in 1 second. How many times it is vibrating in half of the second? 10 times. So in 1 second it will vibrate double number of times, so 20. Then next, distance between a successive compression and rarefaction is 25. So what is wavelength? It is actually the distance between two consecutive compression or two consecutive rarefaction, that is 25 into 25 plus 25 or 25 into 2, which is 50 centimeter. So wavelength is 0.5 meter. What will be the time period? It will be 1 upon frequency, that is 1 upon 20, which is 0.05 seconds. Note it down, then we'll move further on the next particular topic. The next particular numerical. Please note it down. Now for this same question, we also have to find out the wave speed. That is the next question. So, what we got, the frequency over here, frequency is 20 hertz. What is the wavelength? 0.5 meter. What is the time period? 0.05 seconds. For this, we have to find out the wave speed. That is V. That is our next question. That means in this question itself, we have to find the wave speed. So for that, we need to use this data. Wave speed. That is wavelength upon time period. What is the wavelength? 0.5 meter. What is the periodic time? It's 0.05 seconds. So how can we do this? 5 by 10 into how many zeros are there? 5 upon 100. Denominator where it will go in the numerator. So you have wave speed V is equal to 5 into 100 upon 5 into 10. Here 5 will get cancelled out. 0 will get cancelled out. What will remain is 10 meter per second. So this is how you can also obtain the wave speed. Alright, note down this question, then we will solve the next particular question. Be quick. Now next. The graph shows the relation of displacement versus time. For a disturbance traveling with velocity of 500 meter per second. Calculate its wavelength. Alright, and here the graph is. This is 2. This is time in microseconds. This is displacement. This is how the question is given to us. Speed is given to us 500 meter per second. What is asked to us is wavelength. Now we are knowing the relation that what is wavelength? Lambda is equal to V by F. That means wavelength is equals to wave velocity upon frequency. So we need to find out the frequency. How to find out frequency now? So we already know the relation between frequency and time period. That is, frequency is equal to 1 upon time. This we already know, and this we are going to use right now. So here, the distance between two consecutive compression or rarefaction, okay, that is, this is one, this is another. You can see that here the time taken to complete one wave is 2 microseconds. So what will be its periodic time? 2 microseconds. You should know 1 microsecond is 6 seconds. 1 millisecond is 10 raised to minus 3 seconds. And this type of numericals, many times they are giving the timing in either micro or milli. What is 1 microsecond equal to? 10 raised to minus 6 seconds. What is 1 millisecond equal to? 10 raised to minus 3 seconds. Periodic time that is given to us is 2 microseconds. From this, we have to calculate the frequency. So F is equal to 1 upon T, which is 1 upon 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. What is 1 upon 2? 0.5. This 10 raised to 6 will go up, so that will become plus. It is one of the rule of the exponents. So frequency is 0.5 into 10 raised to 6 hertz or 0.5 megahertz, because 1 megahertz is 10 raised to plus 6. 1 kilo is 10 raised to 3. The same way, 1 mega is 10 raised to 6. Okay. Mind well, this is minus 6 micro and mega means plus 6. So what they have asked to us is wavelength. Coming to the question which is asked, lambda is equal to V by F. What is the wave velocity? 500. Frequency 0.5 into 10 raised to plus 6. So 500, 0.5, 1/10 of it and 5 over here into 10 raised to 6. 500s are, so this is 1, 2 and 3 zeros. 10 raised to 3 upon 10 raised to 6, which is 10 raised to 3 minus 6. That is 10 raised to minus 3 meter. So the wavelength that we got is 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Alright, from here the calculations are taught to you. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Let's see once again the graph. Try to analyze the graph. You will see that from beginning and afterwards till here at 2 microseconds it is taking to complete one whole oscillation. So time period is 2 microseconds, frequency is 1 upon periodic time, 1 upon 2 into 10 raised to minus 6, that is 0.5 into 10 raised to 6 hertz, which is 0.5 megahertz. Lambda is V by F, 500 upon 0.5 into 10 raised to 6, 100 into 10, 5 into 10 raised to 6, 1, 2, 3, 10 to the power 3 upon 10 to the power 6. So 3 minus 6, that will become 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Note down this particular numerical. After that, we will see one more numerical. Please note it down quickly. Moving on the next particular numerical. A bat can hear sound at frequency up to 120 kilohertz. That is what is given to us, that a bat can hear the sound uh, at the frequency that is of about 120 kilohertz. Determine the wavelength of sound at this frequency. They have said that take the speed of sound as 344 meter per second. This is what is stated to us, that we have to take the speed as 344 meter per second. Now We know that what is given is frequency 120 kilohertz, which is 120 into 10 raised to 3 hertz. Next, speed is given to us as 344 meter per second. What is asked? Wavelength. We know that lambda is equal to what? V by F. Therefore, lambda is, what is V? 344. What is F? 120 into 10 to the power 3. So what will we get over here? 344 upon 120. We will not touch this 10 to the power 3. If we divide 344 by 12, we get 28. So this is 2.8 to 10 raised to minus 3 meter. I hope you will be able to manage the division on your own. This is a straightforward numerical where the velocity is given, frequency is given, and wavelength is asked. In this way, any type of numerical can come in which the wavelength is given, speed is given, and frequency is asked. So vice versa, any one thing will be asked in general from any one of them. Here they have given the frequency in kilohertz. It can come in megahertz. Okay, so time period. Okay, that can also come in milliseconds, microseconds, as it was taught to you in the numerical that we did before. Okay, so note down this particular numerical quickly. Once you note, we'll move further. Quickly note it. Quick. So I hope you have noted down this content. In this way, any type of numerical can come where you will be asked to find out the wavelength, frequency, and all like that. In today's session, we almost focused on one particular formula, that is lambda is V by F. Then you are also having F equal to 1 by T. These are the two concepts that are focused a lot today. In our next particular session, we will be focusing on the formula that is V is equals to 2D by T. That is, the wave speed is equals to 2 into the distance traveled upon time period. You already know in case of echo, the sound will go, it will come back. Again, in case of sonar, sound will go into the bottom and it will come back. In both these cases, double the distances traveled. Okay? So I hope you are clear with all the numericals that we did. That is all for the content of the day. Okay, so I hope you have understood the content, and if any doubts you can ask me. So that is all for the content of the day. Thank you so much my dear students for listening to me, and have a very good day all of you. Bye bye.